Time for a look at your West Tennessee forecast with meteorologist Brian Davis.
And hello, everyone. Welcome in, everyone, on this Monday night. Some of us have dealt with some big thunderstorms, but some of us, that's most of us, have been in the complete sunshine and left out in the heat, trying to stay cool the best we can. All right, let's go ahead and get into the weather and take a look at those numbers for today. Topped out at 95 out at the Jackson Airport. Now, remember, the Jackson Airport, that's where we've been keeping those records for, 100 years or so. A lot of the rest of us are typically in more of a city area, so we're 95 is what we came in at out at the airport. But as many of you know that live here, we keep that area because that's where the long-term records have been written. But a lot of us are in the city, and it's even warmer. So we've had a lot of upper 90s scattered around out there too. All right, let's go ahead and take a look here. We did set a record high back this day in history, 1954, of 105, and we woke up to about 50 degrees back in 2004. Think about that. You go to bed maybe the day before, it's been a stifling hot day. You woke up to like temperatures in the mid or upper 70s, and then you go to bed and you wake up and it's like 50 degrees and you've got the jacket on. So that was definitely a cool year there in 2004. We had a lot of cold air breaking records where it was colder than normal, that kind of thing. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our live cameras. Look at this, a big cool down over Memphis at 88 degrees now. What a difference some nearby thunderstorms can make. In parts of Memphis, southwest Memphis, did get some rain. It didn't last long, but it certainly cooled things down. There's 88, and then we head up to UT Martin. It's 90 degrees, but look at that. No rain there. It still feels like close to 100. Savannah, you guys have been dodging a lot of rain. You can see those storms, though, just off to the south. They've got the camera pointed into some of those storms. They are just over the state line into Mississippi. Watching those closely. Lots of concentrated lightning there, but still feels like 105 right now in Savannah. So still very hot there. You've had a few storms nearby and one that came through, south parts of Savannah, but not enough to really cool it down that much. It's still quite warm there and very humid. But again, look at this latest number. This is coming in just live right now, 82 right now. So we've dropped all the way down to 82 out at our temperature recording station there in Memphis out at the airport. A little cooler there. So very localized. Temperature will vary across just a few miles depending on if the rain moved right over your area. It's certainly going to be a lot cooler. But we do have some upper 80s coming in here in the 6 o'clock hour. Looking good, looking good. We're going the right direction. 88 in Dresden right now, 86 in Camden. We got 90 in Lexington, 90 in Parsons, 90 in Henderson, and Jackson coming in at 90 right now. Winds are now coming out of the better direction, more out of the north and northwest. We like to see that. That's going to really help us out into tonight. And you know how we woke up to like the upper 70s, even at times 80 degrees. I think one morning it was 81 degrees. Well, we're going to be back down to around 70 degrees in the morning out at the bus stop. It'll actually feel cool compared to what we've been waking up to with those very warm and very humid mornings. So let's go ahead and take a look here at the radar. You can see some of those storms and very, very active just over the state line. We've seen all the special weather statements be dropped for West Tennessee. We had that southern portion of McNairy County. You had part of Fayette County there under the strong storm alert. That has been dropped as these storms are staying just over the line into Mississippi. We're going to continue to watch them closely tonight just to make sure they stay there. You can see a severe thunderstorm warning, which has gone out here in the 6 o'clock hour, including Ripley, Mississippi, and New Albany, Mississippi. So not that far away from the Middleton area. So we're going to, again, keep a close watch, but I don't expect those to move here. You'll see in the future cast, everything is indicated to move off to the east-southeast, and we're done with the storms as it looks now. But it's always wise to keep a look to the south when you got those monstrous severe storms happening just off to the south of us, and that will do. Let's go back and look at our surface loop, look at what's happened. That cold front to the north has gotten down here close to us, and it has definitely gotten close enough to bring us a cool down across the area, but it's also prompted a severe weather outlook from the Storms Prediction Center. This goes through the rest of this evening. We're not anticipating anything else this evening, but we have been in that 1 out of 5. This went out earlier this afternoon, and we kind of updated everybody on social media, letting everybody know. And we did have some storms move through our southernmost counties. That's it, though. So far, nothing further north. So that's going to go away later tonight. And then we're going to have to watch on Wednesday, too. Wednesday's looking active, too. We'll take a look at that. Well, let's go ahead and move forward to tomorrow. You can see any severe weather is just off to the north and west, so no problems tomorrow. Looks mostly sunny throughout the day, but watch what happens into Wednesday. There it is. You can see northwest Tennessee goes under a 2 out of 5, or slight risk. That's higher than we've had in a very long time, so that's going to be a little bit elevated in the severe weather risk. And then most of West Tennessee on the outer lying areas is under that 1 out of 5. So expecting a pretty active day, quite a few scattered thunderstorms. In fact, you'll see 60% odds, better chances than we've had in about 2.5 weeks or so, just off the top of my memory here. But yeah, we'll get some rain over a lot of the area there Wednesday into Thursday, and then you're going to love the temperatures that we got for the weekend. And by the way, the weekend just is looking better and better and better as we move along. Let's take a look at Futurecast. There you can see the storms that have moved through Mississippi. Those, we'll let that rewind, replay. Here we go. They move through southwest Shelby. Notice it's indicating for those to move into North Alabama and away from us overnight. We're going to stay dry right on into tomorrow. Looking really good for us there on the Futurecast. This evening we'll drop off into the low 70s by about 2 to 3 a.m. We'll be dropping off into those low 70s, and we'll wake up to about 70 degrees at about 6 a.m. in the morning as the school buses roll out. A really nice morning, back to more normal temperatures under mostly sunny skies and light north breezes. This is going to feel quite different from the upper 70s and 80s we've been waking up to over the last several mornings. The heat advisory goes away for tomorrow, and then we'll be up to 91 during the afternoon under mostly sunny skies. That is going to be definitely a better feeling than what we've been dealing with. It felt like an oven again today. I was out there with a lot of you across the area this afternoon, and man, it just like going in a store versus coming out to the hot parking lot. And remember, those hot parking lots, they can be 5, 10, 15, sometimes up to 30 degrees warmer than the surrounding grassy areas, or definitely the air-conditioned areas. It's a huge transition leaving out of the air condition into a big black asphalt parking lot. It just takes your breath away. But that's going to be going away, at least the extreme part of that, as we go into tomorrow. 91 for the high, and then we drop to 70 degrees there for tomorrow night. There'll be some isolated areas north, about 69 degrees for Union City. You'll see that in some of our forecasts that play for the individual cities across West Tennessee. Then we've got a hot day. It's going to rebound right ahead of the true cold front. We'll get a little bit of a warm lift into the area. We'll go up to about 97, 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms by Wednesday evening. And again, some of those could be severe. Overnight lows 71, and then we really start to benefit from the cool air coming in with an actual true cold front, which will bring chances up to about 60% there on Thursday, and highs on Thursday 89. Now, some of you will get that thunderstorm about the hottest part of the day, and you won't even make 89 degrees. So that'll be nice, but the trade-off is we'll have to watch those storms with all this heat lately. Some of those could be strong even into the Thursday time there as well. Then mostly sunny Friday, back up to 90 degrees. Still right there at the normal high for this time of the year. And we move on to the low 90s on Saturday, and Sunday looks mostly dry for the weekend. The weekend has really been unfolding as time has been going by. It keeps looking better and better. And look at that on Monday, even looking at temperatures in the upper 80s. That's in the long-range forecast, but It's always good to see that after the extreme heat we've been dealing with here lately. All right, guys, enjoy. Have a great rest of your evening. We'll take over watching the weather closely behind the scenes, but again, I'm really not anticipating any more severe or strong storms across those southern counties. Take care. Thanks as always for watching West Tennessee Weather Channel.
We are West Tennessee Weather Channel.